Right, hello. I'm out down with the A1 and the 200-600. You can see, possibly, I'm not sure how well the phone camera's going to show, but it's moody, big dark clouds. The sun is coming and going. It's really quite windy. Sheltered behind the bush line here, or the hedge line, a little bit, but you probably can hear the wind, I'd imagine. Like I say, 200-600 on the A1, and trying to capture. We've got the field of daisies, of whatever the big ones are, the big daisies. And the swallows keep coming down and flying over, so I thought I'd stand down here and try my luck and try and see if I can actually keep up with them. They move so quickly, and when they got the wind behind them, even faster. And it's the fact that you lock onto them, you're like, yep, and then they just bugger off somewhere else, and it's so difficult to move fast enough, especially when you are at 600mm, quite close to them, to be fair. So it's very difficult, and they've only got to move 2 feet up or down, and they're out of your shot. So it is very, very difficult. It's a big challenge, and I like it. I like a challenge, and that's the sort of thing that I guess wildlife photographers love. They wait and wait and wait to try and get that perfect shot. And I suppose it's for sports as well, and all other sort of types of photography as well. That's you've got to have some patience involved. But yeah, it's gone quiet for the moment. I think they have a break. They buzz around for ages and then have a little rest. I thought it was actually going to chuck it down with rain, but it hasn't, luckily, even though it is very, very moody. One good note though, I was walking maybe 20-25 minutes away across the countryside last week, and a red kite came over the top of us. I was out walking the dog, and basically I thought, oh, okay, not seen a red kite up here before, well, over there, should we say. And I thought, okay. And I know they travel quite a bit up in the air because they can. Anyway, he's come over our field here, so that's quite cool. So hopefully see him again. I did get some shots and a little bit of video as well, so I'll be able to put it in the video and so you can see. But red kites were really, really rare 10-15 years ago, especially down in East Sussex. I don't know what they were like further up country, but it's nice to see them. They've got they kind of look like a buzzard from a distance, and then suddenly you realise they're a lot more pointy looking and a little bit more sort of jagged things. That's a big plane. What? Just EasyJet. Sometimes you get I think it's the big A380s, the massive ones that come over, and they seem to be quite low, or lower. Yeah, anyway, distractions. Yeah, so hopefully I can capture something. Unfortunately, because it's quite dull, in fact really quite dull. The sun was out for a bit, but it seems to come and go behind these massive clouds at the moment. Hopefully we'll get a better bit. I might pop down here in a couple of hours once the sun starts to go down, and I need to stand over the other side because the sun heads down that way. He's going to stand over there, so I've got light on the birds, but it will be a case of see what I can capture then. It'd be nice to see an owl or something in flight around here, but we hear the tawny owls, but we never see them, which is a real shame. Oh, we have some birds back by the sounds of it. They suddenly appear, and they're sort of like 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. It's quite cool, but I don't know which one to lock onto. It's quite difficult. And a crow buzzing around. What's he after? One good note is, if it does chuck it down with rain, I'm under a big oak tree, so I can get some practice in. So just a horse in the other field. Anyway guys, I'm going to leave it at. I'm going to persevere and see what I can capture. I'll see you soon. The wildlife photographers out there, they spend hundreds of pounds on a camo lens cover. Well, I just found a solution. Just duck down in a big field of daisies. All good. I blend in. So I came down to film hopefully this swallows flying over the daisies, and got a red kite over. Oh, there we go. How nice, coming closer, and the sun's out on him as well. How beautiful is that? That's red kite right over my meadow. And I'm missing out on bloody swallows flying nearby. Right guys, so I mentioned the settings, well, posted up the settings earlier in the video. That was my starting point. The sun kept coming out and then it went back in again. So my ISO, I did change quite a bit. Everything down from 1600 ISO up to 2500, thereabouts anyway. Shutter speeds down to about 1/3200 up to 1/8000th of a second, depending on what the light was doing at the time. Shooting manual, and because basically with the swallows that was fine, but actually when you pan down into the white daisies, the light meter didn't particularly like it, so I locked the ISO at a particular level and then went ahead after that, because it was just messing with the exposure a little bit there, because obviously you're shooting quite a dark bird, but at the same time you've got lots of white flowers everywhere, so you have to be a little bit careful. This shot here was probably the best one of the day. It's quite a big crop in, but it did allow me to capturing the fly there just before as well. This one here you can actually see, it's a huge crop in as well, it's quite far away. You can actually see the tiny little bug just going into its mouth. Just captured that, which is kind of cool. And I can't see that, you can't see it's happening at the time when you're just burst shooting. It's all happening so quickly. This one's one of my favourite shots too, just because it's quite pretty, and just the way it works. And actually, where the light wasn't brilliant, it actually dropped the colours, so the vibrance has actually been reduced, or saturation maybe, because lack of sunlight. So in some respects, it kind of looks, I think, a little bit nicer, a bit more natural looking. One of the large daisies there in the background, being blown around in the wind anyway, but yeah, quite cool. This shot here, quite nice. He's flying away, but still not much of a crop in. He was quite close, so I probably lost 25% of the shot here, and yeah, it worked quite nicely. So last one, him or her flying towards me. Wrong side of it really, because the sun is from the right hand side, so I'm shooting into the shaded side of the bird, which is a shame. But let me know what you think of the photos. Have you tried shooting any of the swallows or fast moving birds like this before? Let me know what you get up to. I'll see you soon for another video. Please click that subscribe button, little notification bell as well, and I'll see you soon.